crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
The penetrator. Now, come on, look, because I always went the farthest end of the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon, it was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Destruction, Bodega Outlaw! Dean Grant! Kick the fires and light the tires, Valhalla! Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Thirsty Thursday here on Mornings of Mischief. The week is almost at an end, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more day, and it's Friday. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We are blasting through this week and on to the next. Little update on poor Sparta. She's going into the shop next week. So complete rebuild on her liquid cooling system. Everything is getting pulled out. The CPU is going to be reseated with new thermal paste. Everything is getting checked. Everything is getting reworked. The whole cooling system's coming out and getting replaced. So that'll start sometime next week. I have no idea how long it'll take, but my good buddy, the computer guy, Chris, is going to take care of me. And hopefully it won't cost an arm and a leg. But greetings, ladies and gentlemen. You know, when that piece of the tank fell off into the reservoir, into the tank, I was so like, what the hell? Then I see, yesterday I'm moving around and I see stuff going on with people, and I see JP over at Egotastic Fun Time got hit by a car. He got hit by a damn car. He got run into from behind. It completely totaled his car. There's no way he can drive it. The back of it's all just wasted. I see stuff going on all the time, and I'm like, you know what? I need to just chill because I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good spot. He's all right. He did a video. If you check his channel, Chris, he did a video letting people know what happened. You can see his car. He shows you his car. I'm just like, I shouldn't get upset about some of this stuff. I really shouldn't, because there's some people out there who's going through some horrible shit right now. They've lost their jobs. There's all kinds of shit going on. I'm just thankful that I'm very thankful that things are going all right. Stuff may break, but stuff breaks. And that's just the way it works. And, let's be real. Let's be real. You can get upset about something, but because not everything lasts. And that tank's a piece of junk. I should have done more. I looked at Thermaltake as a company instead of this one part that was in this kit that they put in the computer I got, and I should have done a little bit more homework about that one piece of technology, and I didn't, and I paid for it, and I'm not going to be paying for it anymore because I'm not going to replace. I'm not going to get another kit with another tank exactly like the one that's failed 3 times. I'm going to go a different direction. It's going to be all different stuff. So Thermaltake, cooling systems coming out, new cooling system going in. Hey, Loki, found out my ex has stage 4 ovarian. Oh, Mr. Buckcraig Media. That's horrible. That's horrible. I hope I hope, she's okay. Hope you're okay. Hope you're okay with that. I know you're not okay with that, but I hope you're okay with her, I guess. It's fucking horrible. It definitely makes you think about what's important and what's replaceable, and damn. Yeah, I guess, so trying to help her. Yeah, I imagine. And you're a good dude. You're a good dude, Mr. Buckcrack Media. Not everybody would do that. Not everybody would do that. So I hope she gets through it, man. I do. That's some scary shit. That is some absolutely scary shit. It's some shit you don't want to mess with. You go through that and you're never quite exactly the same as you were. So you go through something like that, you change. So, Brandon, good morning. Brandon, Looney Tunes 5000. Will you come to my Saturday morning premiere? I will do my best. I will try. Okay. It's not a 100% promise, but I will do my best. I don't know what's going on Saturday. So if I'm out, I will try and listen on my phone. Or if I'm not, I will try and go back and listen to it afterwards. But I'll do my best to catch it, Brandon. I will try my best. But good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great one. Week is getting ready to come to a close. So let's talk. Let's talk about this, because this is, it makes a lot of sense, but I don't know how accurate it is. So do I trust the person telling me this? They're right more often than not. And this is, crazy. I messaged Mike about this yesterday. He was extremely busy doing the tax stuff. So, it's crazy. This is kind of crazy. All right. We know that through the book industry, we have seen a lot lately about sensitivity readers that go through people's work. They go through new authors' work. They go through old authors' work. They go through deceased authors' work, and they tell them what is acceptable and what is not. They tell them that they have to include this or take out this or watch out and don't say this, change this. We've heard about this all the time. It's been a big topic the last couple of weeks. What about this? Does anybody remember hashtag solo lost money? We all remember that, right? What if I were to tell you that since that happened and they had to go back and they had to fix 70% of the movie. They just threw away 70% of the movie and had Ron Howard come in and, quote, fix it. That there has been a team working at Disney, working at Lucasfilm, working at Marvel, ladies and gentlemen. And this has nothing to do with reading over the scripts, because they have this. We all know they have this. They have sensitivity readers that go over the scripts, right? We know this. This has been confirmed. This is information we all have. Sensitivity readers that go over the script. They talk about this in one of the boardroom meetings where one of their head chief advisors is sitting there saying, we have to have this kind of diversity. We have to have this representation. My little one is trans, and we have to have this representation here. What if what we've been hearing, when we've been hearing so much about the early watches, right? Where they invite people in, they just pick people up off the street, they pick people to come in, and they get an early access view of the movie, right? And then they tell them what they think. They tell them what they think, what they like about it, what they don't like about it. They fill out their little card and they hand it in after they watch it. What if those aren't just normal people? What if the advanced screenings we have heard so much about, because we've heard all about this shit. Advanced screenings said the movie sucks and they have to go back and edit. What if it's not what we think it is? We've got this perception that these are just people they picked up on the streets. What I was told yesterday was that every advanced screening, every test screening, everything Disney has been doing is a paid group of diversity and inclusion specialists, and that these are sensitivity screenings. Project Storytime nailed it before I even said it. Sensitivity screenings. These are paid. These people are paid to tell them what they've done wrong. We have seen a plethora of movies. Almost every single Marvel movie has gone back and done multiple reshoots. Why? Because this is the way. This is their way. This is what has been going on. And I'm absolutely, I don't know why I didn't look at this and see this for myself. But the way it was explained to me was during Solo, so many things broke down that the movie there was almost a vulgar aspect to it. Okay. So these were things that Disney was not ever going to allow them to do, and that they weren't sending in the correct dailies. So the people that were watching over this didn't know exactly what they were doing. And then they see the movie almost done, and they're like, no, you've got to go back and you've got to change this and this and this and this. And they said no. So these two guys that did the Lego movies, they go in and they say no. They tell them, no, we're not going back and changing. This is the movie we want. This is how we want it. And they get fired, and they bring in Ron Howard to cover. Then, ladies and gentlemen, they do something that had never been done before in Hollywood history. They edit a movie on the fly with the dailies. That is Rise of Skywalker, ladies and gentlemen. That is J.J. Abrams' Rise of Skywalker. They were editing footage on the fly, the dailies on the fly. A lot of people said that's because they had a hard date. They were come out with the movie on this date, and they had to do it, and everything was rushed. What if that's not the case? What if they were giving him instructions daily because the sensitivity watchers, the sensitivity viewers were watching daily because of what happened with Solo? And they were saying, nope, you got to go back and you've got to redo this. And they had to do that on the fly. They were literally watching over the movie saying, no, you can't do that. You have to do this instead. And that's why the production of Rise of Skywalker was so drawn out, why there were so many rewrites, and why they had so much trouble. It's absolutely mind-bending and infuriating to think this is what they're doing. This is the way they're doing it. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. It's happening to Favreau. It's happening to Filoni. They're constantly on watch of, well, you can't do this, so we got to do this. Wonder why the last season of Mandalorian's been a chopped up mess so far? Because apparently all of this is going on. Want to know why the last phases of the MCU? Apparently the MCU got away with this until Endgame. In Endgame, that movie was led by a committee. Want to know why you feel like, man, Infinity War was so just hyped up and crazy, and we went into it like, yeah. And then we get to Endgame, which is supposed to be the last blast hoorah of everything. And something felt off. We get A-Force or Blood Force or whatever the hell it is at the end of the movie. We get all these weird things in the movie. Run by a committee. Judged by a committee. Edited by a committee. If Disney is doing this, if this is true, and Disney and Lucasfilm are doing this, it completely changes the game. Because you're being led around. Directors are being led around by a committee. They're being judged by a committee that decides if this is sensitive enough and caring enough or not. You're not going to have any humor you can recognize. You're not going to have any humor you can recognize. You're not going to have anything fun. You're not going to have anything that's a blast because it's all toned down and reworked by a committee that tells them how to make their movie and how they can't do anything to offend anyone. Right there, Project Cambrian. They only fight 4 days a month when their powers are at their height. When we're not going to offend anyone, can't make anyone enjoy anything. So how do we get people in the seats? You brainwash them. You brainwash them. You're going to go see this because it's got diversity and inclusion in it. And that is what we have to push, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we have to constantly push. We are here for you people that are diverse and inclusive. We are here for you people that may have a dangler instead of a hoo-ha. We are here for you people that are on the other side of the fence, that like to do despicable things to underage people. We're here for all of you. Come see our movie. That is fucking despicable. Why? Because we can't entertain you, and we know we can't entertain you. Hell, look at what they just did. Look what they just canceled. They just canceled Willow after its first season. Why? Because it was absolute effing garbage. Why do you think they are pushing all of this so much? Why do you think they have other people out there pushing what they want? People they have bought and paid for, people that have access. Why do you think they've done that? I know why they've done it. Because that's the only way they can sell it. This is the way. This is the new way. Loki, they can offend us, though. They get to call us istophobes if we don't like it. They can kiss my ass. They can't offend me. You want to know why I show back? Because I know I'm not an istophobe. I know there's more diversity and inclusion here than they will ever get. Why? Because they all run it to kiss an ass that is never going to feel like the last generation felt. There is no brand loyalty because the brand isn't loyal to you. And that's the problem, isn't it? That's the big problem. No one's loyal. Anybody will turn on a hat and eat the other one alive. There is no loyalty there. Not at Disney, not at Lucasfilm, not at Marvel. They will turn around and they will eat each other alive to get a leg up. And they will eat you alive if you don't like it. That's the problem. And they don't know how to keep people entertained anymore because it's not about entertaining. It's about sensitivity. Being sensitive. A day outlaw, it's very easy to turn my back to them. Turn my back and walk away from it all. We have better. That's right. Damn right. We have better. The loony left tosses off Istphone Yahtzees, so often the words have lost their power. That's right. If you don't like it, you're this. Government does the exact same thing. They're playing the government handbook. If you're not in with us, then you're this. If you're not doing what we tell you to do, you're this. We have fallen into this trap as a society where if you're not this, you're pawn scum. And you know what? You know what's really, really messed up? I see it around here too. Not in Valhalla. But I see it here. If you're not this, and you're not saying this, and you're not doing this, you're trash. Well, good luck with that one. See, people tend to remember little things like that. They want diversity, yet the people they choose all have brown eyes. It's not about inclusion. It's about straight white man bad. It's about the illusion of inclusion. Snowdub, I will absolutely agree with that. It's about the illusion of inclusion. Isn't that something? All right, illusion and inclusion. They want to put off this view because they think, oh my God, everybody's going to be this. This is the future. Everybody's going to be this. And when it's not, and they're not getting their fill, it's over. Just like Willow is now over. It's done. It's finished. I didn't watch a single episode. I used to love that movie when I was a kid. You are great. Used to love it. The brownies? Fuck yeah. Well, we can't call them that anymore. They're the little people now. Even that. What are you going to call them? Stunties? The stunties. The stunties have rebelled. In the land of Valhalla, in the fires of Loki's cauldron, he forged in secret a great fellowship. Thanks. Brandon, do you have any open mics this week? Monday. Check me Monday. I think I'm free Monday. Monday evening, I'm going to do a open mic for members. So check me Monday. They believe the illusion of inclusion will be the conclusion of their absolution. It's insane. These people are insane. And there's just that's the way it is. They're absolutely insane. So let me get this straight. Back onto this. Let me get this straight. Just for anybody that's been a straggler. Ever since Solo lost money, they have had a group of people not only going over the scripts and the ideas, sensitivity readers, to their little circle jerk of scissoring hens that is the story group. Ladies, the reason why Pablo Hidalgo is part of this group is because the man has a vagina, so he can join in the scissoring. I absolutely believe that man has no dick. So you've got Pablo Hidalgo in the story group, and then you've got sensitivity readers going over the scripts, saying, no, this isn't going to work. You're not going to be able to do this. And then as they're freaking filming, they have sensitivity viewers watching to make sure nothing got missed and the director didn't change anything. That is insanity, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know why you hire a director to direct your movie? To make sure that the movie is made and made to high quality. They are your leader, okay? They lead the band. Not anymore, if this is true. Not anymore. This basically negates your directors. And it may very well be why we have seen so many diverse and inclusive, brand new directors coming out of the woodwork, so they can just push them around and say, no, this is the way it's done. This is the way it's done. And then they leave, or they get upset because they're not going to be allowed to run a project and do what they want to do the way they want to do it. And they turn around and they sue them because they get let go. Why do you think Disney's been so under the gun about all of this? I don't think it has anything to do with, well, we want this type of director with this skin color and this tone and this gender. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think they just want somebody they can push around so they can do it their way because they think they know better. Fox had this exact same sickness in the 90s and the early 2000s. Fox had this exact same sickness. The executives knew better than the directors and the writers of the movies. Magitech Mags with $5 super chat. I'm often reminded of a prophetic villain syndrome from The Incredibles. And when everyone's special, no one is. Everyone is a special little snowflake. How can anybody else be? Snowed Up with $5 super chat. They want diversity, yet the people they choose all have brown eyes. It's not about inclusion. It's about straight white man bad. And I read that twice. But I want to thank both of you for your $5 super chats. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And this one's just for you guys. Skol! Straight. Damn straight. I'm special. That's right. And that's the people they have. Fox executives were stupid, and so is Disney. You know, I'm just it amazes me that I didn't look at this before and go, no, that's exactly what they're doing. It's exactly what they're doing. Look at all the rewrites. Look how much rumors we've had about rewrites over the last, Indiana Jones is getting rewritten again. Indiana Jones is being refilmed again. All these Marvel movies. How many rewrites? How many reshoots? Reshoots is coming for Shang-Chi and the mini rings and the rabbit chickens. How many reshoots have we heard about? This is why. And it makes perfect sense. It makes absolutely perfect sense. Test screenings indicate this movie is absolutely bad. What if it wasn't? What if it wasn't bad? I'm gonna throw you out this crazy question. What if what we've been hearing is only half of the story? What if it's these inclusivity, sensitivity viewers that are watching this in the test screenings and going, you can't say this, you can't do this, this is offensive, blah, 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 blah. And they've got to go back over. And Disney's making the directors and cast rework the movie to be as tame and lame as possible. It's fucking crazy. But Loki, why would anyone want to tank their own movie? Because they don't think they're tanking it. They think that this is the way. They think this is the way. This is the way you do things now. But you got to make sure we don't offend anybody. A lot of these activists started in universities decades prior before now. Lots of grooming before now. No, absolutely. Absolutely. This is your, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with a social degree from Berkeley? What are you going to do with that? Well, now we know. We know exactly what they're doing with that. Hollywood's hiring. Hollywood's paying. Imagine getting paid. Imagine getting paid $50 an hour. It's $50 an hour to sit there and watch movies and watch TV and watch and edit it. You are the editing team because you're the ones who are saying you can't do this. And this better change when I see it again. Imagine that. Imagine that. It's not Iger. It's not any of these people making these decisions. It's this team of fucking sensitivity viewers that say, we're going to watch this. Zombie Box Review right there. The only channel I check out for legit Star Wars information is Mike Zero. Laughy, laughy, laughy face. Look, the problem is by existing and having an opinion, I am offending someone. Yes. Yes. That's the way we all are. A group of people once thought they knew what was best for Europe. Look what happened with them. Yes. No, absolutely. And that's exactly what they think. We know what's best. And we've got a team that tells us we know best. What does that sound like? See, I'll go even further than that, Mark. There was a mustache wearing motherfucker that had a whole team of generals that said, yes, sir, you're the absolute greatest. You're the most wonderful. You're the bee's knees, boss. And did whatever he said. Now, there were a few of them that knew better, that did it their way. And some of them were executed, and some of them were let go, and some of them were replaced because they didn't do it the way the boss wanted. Isn't that crazy? Now we're looking at this. The Kaiser, Shum, the Kaiser. This is Hollywood. Shellback TJC. This is Hollywood. This is Hollywood on DEI. Any questions? If this is true, and I'm leaning into the yeah, I think it's true. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it. I don't do rumors. People know don't bring me rumors. And there was this long explanation of this from someone that's sent me stuff for years. This goes back to when I first started. He knows I don't talk about if it is a he. I've never actually spoken to the person before, but I'm just like, wow, this is insanity. This is insanity. How do you run a business like this? How do you run a business like this? It can't be. It can't be possible. Well, you've got all these different divisions, Loki, and you've got all these. It's like a giant squid. Every arm is controlling something else. Yeah, but when you're entertaining, so what you're telling me is that these people that view everything, and they view everything that's coming out of Disney, everything Marvel, everything Lucasfilm, everything Disney. They're watching all of this, and they are handpicked by these elite corporate idiots. These people are handpicked. Okay. Does anybody remember the board meeting where that one executive, blonde bitch, I'm sure somebody out there knows her name, was talking about how her kid has to be represented and her 2-year-old kid's a trans kid, and that has to be represented. Does anybody remember that? The people that are doing this are handpicked by them. They are handpicked and paid by Disney to do this, so they don't offend anybody. And it all started with the two Lego directors, the two guys who directed the Lego movie that did Solo. They had to keep an eye on what was coming out of the filming. And it got so crazy that JJ had to do daily reshoots. And it came down to the wire to the point that the film was still damn wet, which they don't do that anymore. It's all digital now. That he was up against the gun daily because they were rewriting and telling him you can't do this stuff in the middle of film. You know what? I think J.J. Abrams is a hack director. I don't like him. I don't like what he brought to Star Trek. I don't like what he brought to Star Wars. However, even saying all that, Mr. Mystery Box, I kind of feel bad for the guy. I mean, imagine your boss coming by your cubicle every day, coming by where you do your work, wherever that is, whether it's a cubicle, whether it's outside work, and saying every step of the way, no, you have to go back and do this way. Huh? What, boss? You delivered this the wrong way. You did this the wrong way. You did not do this the way I want it done. Go back and redo it. And then he's not just happy with that. He hires a gang of minions to come in, and he tells them, listen, this is blah, blah, blah. This is what I want. This is how I want you to represent me. And he sends them out to constantly tell you you're doing it the wrong way. But I'm excelling at my job. I'm kicking ass and taking names. No, you're not. You may be very efficient. You may get your job done, but you're not doing it this specific way that this guy over here wants you to do it. So that's bad. You're going to have to redo the whole job because you didn't do it the right way. Does anybody remember being back in school and just breezing through math? Because I could. Why? Because I could do math in my head. And them going, no, that's wrong. That is the right answer, motherfucker. That is the right answer. No, it's not, because you didn't do it the way I told you to do it. Right there. Gestures Darth and Lena. Bunch of pussies still sucking their mom's tit. Right there. Couldn't have said it better myself. Hello, Apollome's minion. Good morning. Remember, here a teat, there a teat, everywhere a teat, teat. Arwen's got a thing for tits lately. I don't know what's going on, but it's like everywhere she's going, it's titties this, titties that. Titties came at me with a wiffle ball bat. I don't know what the deal is, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to check on Arwen. Make sure you go by, you check on her channel, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell, all that fun stuff, and watch for the teat teats. Watch for the tit tits. I say teat teat, and I feel like I'm in The Mummy in that first movie. Teat 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 teat. When she's riding the camel. Teat 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 teat. Wait, what, Loki? She's tits everywhere. I don't know what it is lately with Arwen, but there are titties everywhere. Titties are flying. Titties going back and forth. I don't know what the hell's going on, but whatever it is, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to her channel because you don't want to miss any of the teat teats. It's Thursday. It's Thirsty Thursday, and I want a Fanta. Damn straight, Shellback. I want a Fanta. Can I have a Fanta? I want a Fanta. It was you who said that in the stream, Loki. You said teat teat, and I said tit tit, but tits are flying. A teat and a tit's the same thing. So teat teat teat, tit tit tit. Yeah. So yes, you can have a Fanta. Shellback TJC. Let me see what June Wong has to say here in his $5 super chat. What these sensitivity people need is a good old smacking. Some pain and hardship to thicken their skin and reduce their sensitivity with tough calluses. I absolutely agree. Give them a hand. Not enough of that lately. Thank you both so very much, Shellback, TJC, and June Wong, for your super chats. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this is just for you. Maybe Mikey's out there, and we'll hear this. Go! That's what I'm talking about. Wanna Fanta, don't you wanna Fanta? Dun, 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 dun. See, I got them all going now. Teet, 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 teet. Guys, next time you go into Arwen's channel, just start spamming tits, spamming teats. Teet, 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 teet. Titties, titties, titties. Spam the titties and the Fantas. Yes, Fanta. Fanta and ow. Explosive combination. Dean Krantz, point of order, Loki. You are thinking of the wrong mustache. Hollywood is governed by politburos. The other guy was bad, but Joe Stalin knew how to run free expression best. Oh, I bet. Teet, teet, teet. Everybody run into Arwen's next stream and teet, 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 teet. No, oh my God, Loki, don't tell them that. It's bad enough with the spamming of squirrels. So I prefer manzanita. Okay. Snowda prefers manzanita. I hope I said it right. Manzanita. Wanna Fanta? Oh, I know what you're talking about. The orange drink. Okay. Manzanita. Yes. El Fuego. So, teats up for Arwen. Yes! Yeah! Teats up for Arwen. Everybody get your teats up. Right there. That's it. Right there. Teats up. Get your teats up. An apple drink. Oh, I thought it was the orange one. Maybe, who knows? Maybe that's the, I don't know, the other ones. Teats up for Arwen. Hashtag teats up for Arwen. Yes. That's the way we do things. That's right. We've started something. It's a movement. We have started a movement. It's the hashtag teats up for Arwen movement. Everybody get your teats up. So, no, but I believe this. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Sensitivity viewers, and it makes perfect sense. All the rewrites, all the reshoots, all the times they've gone back and had to redo everything. If they get enough bad check marks on something, we've got to go back. It's offensive, ladies and gentlemen. It's offensive, and we've got to go back and we've got to fix it. So all you're hearing, because I just couldn't imagine that you hear all this stuff about these early screenings, these special screenings, and they say it's crap. Oh, we heard today that this movie had a special screening and they absolutely hated it and it's gone back for reshoots. And the movie comes out like absolutely horrible. Oh, well, there's no even point in going to watch it because it's been back to reshoots 3 times and the people absolutely hated it. What if it's not what you think? What if it's not what you think at all? What if it's this idea that they've got these sensitivity viewers that are watching it and saying, no, you got to go back and you got to fix this. And they're trying to stay on top of it. They're trying to keep it from being that bad, but they put themselves in this position. This is the way. They put themselves in this position, and this is the way. And they can't have it. I have a video on the trashing they did of Dahl and R.L. Stine, behind his back, no less. These fuckers hire firms that are made up of exactly the kinds of people you expect and are paid to find. Yes, absolutely. Broken Entertainment is absolutely correct. And I don't know why this isn't showing up in chat. I don't know if it's not showing up in chat for anybody else, but no. You pay someone to be offended by what you write. Don't be surprised when they are. That's right. This right here. This is exactly the problem. This is exactly the problem. Thank you so much, Broken Entertainment. And then you complain that it's gone back for reshoots and rewrites. You hear this all the time coming out of everywhere. You hear it on all of these channels. This has gone back for rewrites because the watch was absolute shit. The early screening was absolute shit. It's gone back for rewrites. What if the people sitting there watching it aren't your everyday average people they pulled off the street? It's people they are paying a lot of money to tell them that they are going to offend someone and to go back and fix it. It's fucking crazy. That's absolutely crazy. We need J. Jonah Jameson. Absolutely we do. Absolutely we do. I don't do rumors, ladies and gentlemen. I don't do rumors. I don't talk about how this person's going to be on The Mandalorian in episode 6. I don't talk about how this is going to happen on the next episode of Picard. I don't talk rumors. I don't talk about how people are going to get fired. I don't talk about how Kathleen Kennedy's next. I don't talk about how Alex Kurtzman's out the door. I don't do shit like that. But this was too interesting to pass up. And it makes a lot of sense. It makes an absolute ton of sense. Sensitivity viewers at Disney. It's happening to Marvel movies, and it's been happening since Infinity War. Boom, ding. That makes a ton of sense. I can totally see that. I can totally see them doing that. It's happened to Disney ever since that Lucasfilm, ever since Solo. Because they had to go back and then remake a large portion of the movie. So all the dailies for this are going to these people, and they get a chance to watch it and tell them what's offensive and what's not. It's absolutely insane. That Rise of Skywalker wasn't just a test to see if they could edit daily. It was a requirement. Because they all the experts, all of these experts, all of these woke geniuses, all these offending sensitivity viewers were giving them feedback on the fly to make sure they didn't make the same mistake as Solo. That's insane for a company to do that. For a movie company to do that. If what you are hypothesizing is true, and we know the IQ averages of these sensitivity watchers, readers are, the outcome can only equal one thing: abject stupidity. And that's what we've been getting in these movies. They're bland, they're tasteless, they're odorless. You can't eat your pudding if you can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meats. And it's just horrid. It's horrid. They've got you sitting at the table saying you can't have this unless you swallow all of this. Unless you get through this, you can't have this. Unless you go through our sensitivity viewers, our sensitivity readers, our little council of scissoring hens, you can't have the good stuff. But the good stuff doesn't exist, ladies and gentlemen. It's been taken away from you. The enjoyment of all of these movies is gone because they've sucked the life out of all of this. They've sucked the life out of Star Wars. Why do you think Mandalorian's down? Mandalorian's been viewed less than Book of Boba Fett and all this other shit. Why do you think that? Oh, but Loki, it's doing better than Andor. Really? That's what you're going to use? They have sucked the joy and life out of these characters. We know they have. We've watched it. We've experienced it. Over the last 8 years, we've seen this go on. We've seen what they've done. Is this too big of a stretch? No, not at all. If you would have told me that Disney was doing this 7 years ago, I would have told you you're absolutely nuts. Even after The Last Jedi, I'd say no company is stupid enough to do this, to turn everything over to these people. Look at the people they've hired to do the jobs. And look at the people who walked away. Look at the people who don't want to have anything to do with it. And suddenly, you go, well, they've hired a bunch of people that have no experience, that have never made anything, and they're teaching them that this is the way you do things. You have to have a viewing crew of sensitivity, diversity, blah, 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 come in and watch your dailies and tell you what you're doing wrong, and then you go back and fix it. You know what I would tell them? I would tell them to kiss my fat white ass. But Loki, that's why you're not a director. I'm going to tell you something. Everybody remember Alien 3? I bring this up all the time. Alien 3 is a movie that was made by Fox and its executive board. Have no mistake that the original theatrical cut of Alien 3, the one that makes absolutely no sense, the one that's stuck halfway up its own ass, was made by executive committee. The executive board said, we have an absolute nobody director here. He directs music videos. That's all he does, is direct music videos. We've got him. We just have his assistant that we assigned to him do everything behind his back. Lady Mist, oh my God. I overslept. Did I miss the naked male toxic stream? And hello, Loki. Hello, everyone. Yes, you did. It was Mexican Iron Man on this morning. Tim Hayes says, Loki reminded me of that Pink Floyd song when he mentioned, you can't have your pudding until you have this. That's right. You can't have your pudding until you eat your meats. Penguin is doing it with the doll edits. They went around talking about all these edits, then decided to sell the originals again, and suddenly made a shit ton of money doing it. It's going to be the next cynical shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vandalize the original works, sells collector's editions of the original works, then make the original works vanish. Machini Draws says, we were born and raised at a time when there were actual rebels and individuality was pushed to the forefront. What's going on now? Conformity and suppression disguised as false rebellion. That's exactly what it is. Trust us. Trust us. We're the company. We have your best interest at heart. Sounds like something Mr. Whalen would say. Ah, yes, Loki, yes. Trust us. We're Whalen-Yutani Industries. If you are seeing this, I am long dead. Yes. Trust me, Peter Whalen. Trust in Whalen-Yutani. We have your best interests at heart. Sure you do. Let me tell you, you would think that Disney's sole focus would be on money. But what if they could just lie their way out of all of it? Oh, well, we're doing great. We're doing absolutely great. Everything's on board. Believe us, trust us. We're Disney. I think some shit's about to change. Alien 3, we expected Ripley, Hicks, and Newt. We got Ripley and Hicks and Newt. Newt dead. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Hicks dead too. That really pissed me off. Yes, trust in the spotted dick. My friend Snowdub knows exactly what I am talking about. Yes, yes. You know, I may get a puppet of an old man and just do that. I am Peter Whalen, the puppet. If you're watching this, blah, blah, blah. I could see doing that. Like one of the old men off the Muppets. Oh, yes. I could see that. Ah, yes. Yeah, look at that. Hello, Brownie. Every time Mexican Iron Man comes on. Are we becoming the origin story, Wally? Yeah, it's all trash. It's all disposable. It's all disposable because you have people in charge doing things that only care about what it looks like today. That's it. That's it. They only care about people being offended. They have no idea what they're doing. That's all they care about. They're not caring about story. They don't care about making something timeless. Why do you think people are so excited about Star Trek? Yeah, there's some people that are like, anything Kurtzman's Trek is blah, blah, blah Trek. And I don't think Star Trek will get righted until they get out of there and actually have somebody that cares about it. But Picard's, in my opinion, isn't bad. It's not. It's it's more towards what we knew than it is alien to us. And that's important because you've got somebody in Metalis that actually gives a shit about it and himself. A lot of it is about himself. Magitech Mags with a $2 super chat. Are we becoming the origin story Wally? Oh, yeah, I read that. Mocking draws a $5 super chat. People simping for companies and corporations all because they speak the preferred talking points, such as promoting false senses of DEI. This is what they want. This is the way. It's what they want. It's the way they want to do it. Let them do it and let them run themselves into the ground. It's going to happen. You cannot keep doing this and expect things to change. Got to run to a meeting. See everyone tomorrow for Friday. Shum, take care, brother. If I talk to Mike, I'll make sure to give him hell just for you. Wait, Chris Spurgeon, there is a toxic naked mim stream and I missed it. Oh no. Yeah, I think someone caught him window jumping. I think someone caught him jumping out of a window. Oh no, I violated the Mexican Iron Man terms of service. Picard season 3 is starting it in the right direction. Sad when Star Trek is more action-packed than a Star Wars show. Ain't that a bitch? Isn't that a bitch? I haven't seen it either. So I haven't seen it either. I'm waiting till tomorrow. Sad that it isn't bad is the new standard. It isn't bad. Right there. Isn't bad is the new standard. And why is that? Because they can't make anything good. Because they're afraid they'll offend someone. They're afraid they'll offend someone. Imagine that. And imagine what a company could do knowing that they can't. They can't. All of your opposition can't make something good because they've tied their hands behind their back. How many of you out there know anything about boxing? I used to box. What happens when your opponent willingly ties one hand behind their back? Not even two, just one. They're dead meat. Why? Because they can't cover that side. All you got to do is slip a jab. Let's say they only have their left hand. Slip a jab to the left, and as they go to block the left, you follow up with the right. That's it. It's over. Game over. There's nothing they can do. Why? Because they have a hand tied behind their back. Now is the time for new writers to excel. Now is the time for a new industry to rise and replace Hollywood. Why? Because they have their hands tied behind their fucking back. Now's the time. All you need is brave individuals stand up and say, you know what? I'm not going to tie my hands behind my back. I'm not going to limit what my company can do because Disney says this is the way. Not going to do it. Gumbuddy says, my grandpa taught me to box when I was little. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Marketing Draws, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires of Valhalla burning bright, and this one's just for you, brothers. Skull!
A doll? I've never seen a doll. Nobody's got a doll. Let us see the doll. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
And Adega Outlaw for the final words of the day. There is so little that can be made, envisioned, or dreamed of when the highest percentage of your thoughts are on deviant sexual activities and DEI. The outcome will always be the same degenerate end. Thank you so very much, Adega. Guys, don't miss Adega tonight on 7 Kinds of Mischief, as he's got a story to tell, and I'm going to be going over the suspects in the Jack the Ripper case. So thank you guys so very much for being here. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Be great. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend Anner. And yes, I was talking to you, Arwen. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Take care, everybody.
tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.
Teats up! Teats up!